Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, it's really nice to meet you. My name is Sumi. On this channel, I try to learn something new every week, and this week I'm going to be learning YouTube. So I recently started my YouTube channel and thought it has been fun. But one thing that's been really confusing for me is YouTube analytics. What are impressions? What are click-through rates? What are those weird graphs? So I decided that I would learn it and then share it with anyone who may need it as well. So first of all, impressions. To get to impressions, you log into YouTube, click on your channel picture, and then a drop-down menu will appear and you should be able to click YouTube Studio. And when you're on the page that pops up, by the left side, there should be a list of some things that you can click, and you click on analytics. And when you get into analytics, you are able to click on a section at the top named Reach. And if you scroll down on that Reach page, you'll be able to see a funnel with impressions, click-through rates, and watch time. So impressions is the number of times that your video thumbnail has been shown to someone on the YouTube platform. And apparently it gets a little bit complicated because YouTube doesn't count it all the time that someone does see your thumbnail. So you can think of the impressions that the YouTube analytics shows you as the minimum. So for example, for your impression to be counted, someone has to be looking at it for more than a second, and they need to be able to see more than 50% of the thumbnail. In some cases, for example, if your thumbnail is seen on a different website, YouTube does not count that as an impression. If you go to that funnel with the impressions, you should be able to see a little eye with a circle around it. And if you click on that, you can see how much of your impressions comes from YouTube recommending your content and how much is from people actively searching you out. And I think I've heard as well that the higher it is that YouTube is recommending your content, the better it is, because that means that the algorithm is favoring you. And now click-through rates. So click-through rates is the number of times your video is clicked divided by your number of impressions. But like I said before, apparently click-through rates can get pretty messy because the number of impressions is not necessarily representative of the number of people who actually see your video. So the numbers may not add up all the time. So one thing that I was curious about, which I would imagine that other people might be curious about, is what is a good click-through rate? And I found that apparently half of channels have a click-through rate between 2% and 10%. Although this definitely can fluctuate depending on the video and even depending on the number of people that have seen your video. So I watched a video by vidIQ and they mentioned that at the beginning it is possible to have a very high click-through rate, like 50% or something like that. But it might be because your video hasn't been spread out to so many people. So the more it is spread out to a lot more people, the sample size is bigger. So there are more people who are just not interested in your content as well. So less people would click on it and your click-through rate would go down. Another thing I learned which helps to increase your click-through rates is good thumbnails. So high resolution thumbnails that are click-worthy. I think I should look into that more about what makes a thumbnail click-worthy, or like what really is a good thumbnail. But I will do that in another video. This is how far I've learned on impressions and click-through rates. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell just so that you stay notified when I post another video. I want to make this a series as I learn about YouTube and how it works to share it with other people. So yeah, subscribe. Thank you for watching.